Hello, welcome back and all the good stuff. Now, on the good stuff. How do I plan to do this? The project will involve, theoretically, 6 to 7 buildings. Each building will be able to accommodate 5 or 6 bedrooms, which will indicate enough beds, 1 occupant per bed, to max out our goal. I don't want any more people than 1.0 hectares per person, population divided by 44. That's the limit. On the principle of the goal of our carbon footprint measured in hectares. Okay. The idea is that we have inductors in our forge. It's inducing current in the metal to make it cause electron resistance, to make it so hot so that it's malleable. And the blacksmith can actually take an iron rod and pound it out into a hammer, or pound it out into a hoe or a pickaxe without use of coal, so they don't need any without any pollutant involved. Then you get involved in things like homeopathic medicine and animal husbandry and carpenters, and the list goes on. Fine. We have different trades in the heritage industries, what you'd expect to find in a 15th century village or something. And in that respect, we have different industries. Industries like carpentry and blacksmithy and textiles, clothing, sewing, tailors, who create products for the project. Again, more on that later. I discussed it a little bit before, but again, that isn't the employment discussion. That is a matter of industry. So, how will we employ the homeless? If we had one minister, as Lady Raven had pointed out, I think it's a pretty elegant way to describe it. We have one leader of blacksmithy, one master blacksmith with a degree from Waterloo University in Ontario, and yes, actually, Canada has a degree program in blacksmithy. We did at one time, I assume they still do. So, a master blacksmith would be able to take someone off the street, we'll bring them in, give them a shave, a haircut, fresh clothes, and a couple bars of soap, and after that, they'll be a completely different person. Then, if they so choose at that particular stage, if they still want to stay, because it's completely voluntary, of course, we're not a cult, this is an opportunity, those people can choose a trade. They can move from post to post to post on a floating employment structure, so that they can figure out what they're best at, or what they're most interested in. Say it's pottery. They can begin to make pottery and that kind of thing. Maybe it's blacksmithy. They can make cutlery and knives and tools and implements for the farm. Animal husbandry. They can work with the animals. We wanted to have a breed, a new variety of dog. Something that's able to herd animals and what have you. For the sake of being different, we wanted to make something unique, a different breed, and make our own little livestock line. And then have an ox and our sheep and goats and chickens and turkeys. Maybe that's where a person will find their interest and find their niche. The list goes on. No worries. But let's say they find that power. We will offer you free training and a free place to stay as long as you contribute. Many people will realize that this is not the world they left, where if you don't have money, if you don't have a home, if you don't have a permanent address, where it's not what you know, it's who you know. We've all been there. No matter how polished your resume is, unless you know the manager or dated his daughter or something, you have no chance to get in. We don't believe in that. By we, I mean I. Everyone else is a volunteer. I'm the only person who has been persistent through the entire project, as dismal as that may be. So, imagine a homeless person who had lost faith in humanity being told, here's a new life for you. Be a member of our little collective, of our farm. and you will live with us, and work with us, and eat with us. And we will give you the opportunity to become something better, learn new skills. But then, we can only handle so many. Myself plus, let's say, 6 industries, 7 industries, that's 8 people out of 40. We can only handle another 30 more or so. 30 at one time will be a difficult thing to manage, but work up slowly and grab 3 or 4 at a time and what have you, until we can handle it and then cut it back a little bit. No worries. So, what then? We now have, let's say, 30 homeless who have the interest in continuing in their efforts to improve, to grow, and in all logic, there will be people who will be interested in returning the favor. How can they help us the way we've helped them? I may be overly altruistic and noble here, but I believe that'll be the case in some events. There will always be those who want to cheat us, who will steal, who will be asked to leave, and, as a last resort, forced to leave if they betray the trust and the agreement they will have made in the beginning. It's inevitable. Human nature is a very dirty animal. So, let's say we have X number of successes. We will design or create industries outside the community as an expansion. Let's say we have a very successful pottery venture, creating unique raku pottery or what have you. The successful homeless who are reintegrated into our controlled society, which would make a delightful psychological experiment, I think it really would. It will be a breakthrough experiment to show this sort of environment could rehabilitate those who've been disenchanted with society and allow them to reintegrate. What a benefit to the world it would be to prove to the world with a marketable, on-paper solution, here's how it works. It'd be delightful. So, let's say other countries try this and they do the same thing we do. Create a halfway house. You leave our community, go here. There'll be 6 or 7 bedrooms on the top story, and the main floor there's a pottery shop, and the basement is storage. You can work full-time in the pottery shop, you're paid cash money because the pottery will be sold to the public, and you're taught a marketable skill as an artisan. With sufficient skills, you can open up your own enterprise, and there can be people employed or volunteers or whatever to help those individuals move along. None of this is impossible, and anyone who thinks it is a little bit more narrow-minded, and I don't think you would have watched this many videos if you were that narrow. Regardless, I think it's incredible. To give someone who has nothing to live in a house that already exists, to be given a shovel that already exists, to tend property that doesn't cost anything, that I already own, the 44 acres already belongs to my family, and to put food on a table that they will eat from. They won't be paid very much at all in the context of current society, but what will they need? All their needs will be provided for. Clothing, food, dishes, housing, everything. By the homeless, for the community. So, as they move along, they'll be given less, and provided the tools to provide for themselves more. And psychologically, it'll build a structure of independence and faith in oneself. And it'll be a magnificent thing to watch these people grow from a haggard beggar into someone who can wield a hoe with confidence, who can grow their vegetables and be proud to tend the tomatoes they watched grow from seedlings, and then to cut them up and to put them into a salad, who can create pottery and watch children and adults alike delight in the idea how beautiful these pieces are. Sell them, take the money, and settle a mortgage of their own. That's the goal of the project, and I think that's what a lot of people could do if they had the resources, and I think anybody can do it. This is what I think the future of our Tir Tairngire eco-village could be if we are given the tools and if we are allowed the opportunity to do so. And I really think that it's a powerful dream that has the power to take flight. I would love your questions, comments, and concerns, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. And I hope that it really got you thinking as to what we can do to help others and help our society. The link is below to the new EcoVillage forum. If you have anything to contribute, you can save your slander, constructive criticism only if you would be so kind. Then please let us know. We welcome new members to our little collective. Thank you so much and have a great night.